Hi guys, it's Essentially Meg, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about engagement photos. So once you've found the photographer you think that you want to use for your wedding photos, engagement photos are a great way to try them out without having the full contract already signed. Now, I already knew that I wanted the photographer that I have because I've worked with her before many years ago, and I wanted to work with her again. But if you haven't worked with this photographer yet, then this is a great trial run. Now I'm going to cover 3 things in this video. I'm going to talk about the location that you pick, what you want to wear, and researching poses. So starting off with location. Something that's going to influence the location, what you wear, everything about it is what is your mood with these pictures. Are you a really formal person? Do you like to get all dressed up and look very classic and formal? Or are you a little bit more casual or rustic? Or are you more of the flowery romantic type that wants, you know, those flowy looks and something that just walked its way out of a romantic novel? Whatever you choose, it's going to influence the location that you choose. So think about locations. Do you want to do indoors or outdoors? There are pros and cons to both. But think about the background that you want. Do you want nature? Do you want architecture? Do you want historical or modern? A good way to think about this and figure it out is to go onto Pinterest and just search around engagement photos and see what you really get drawn to. But whatever you choose, I would recommend that you choose a place that has lots of options. It's not just one scene. You can have it from different angles. You can go to slightly different locations, 10 feet away from each other, something that looks completely different, so that you have as many options as possible. And while outdoors does have nature and all of those wonderful things that come with it, there are some downsides. There's the weather, so you can worry about the heat or the extreme cold or wind or rain or snow. We actually dealt with that on our engagement session. It was supposed to rain that day, but luckily at the last minute we decided that we were going to go ahead with it, and it turned out to be the perfect day to do engagement photos because nobody was outside. Everybody thought it was going to rain. Honestly, it looked like it was going to rain any minute, but the cloud cover provided really nice soft lighting actually. Speaking of lighting, your photographer should be taking this into account whenever you are suggesting locations. They should also be suggesting times to you that would work best for lighting, especially if it's outdoors. For example, morning sun is great for really light, bright photos. Noon sun is usually too harsh. It gives you deep black shadows that end up ruining some pictures. It kind of ruins that softer effect that a lot of photographers try to go for. And like I said, clouds are your friend. A cloudy day is the best day to take photos because then you won't have those harsh shadows. You'll have usually a little bit softer light. Evening light is good, but it tends to fade pretty quickly, and it usually ends up coloring the photos more than what you would want. And if you decide to go with an indoor location, double check that your photographer is bringing a light source, just in case. And by now you're thinking, what am I gonna wear? Again, this is going to be decided by the mood that you want with your photos. Is it going to be really formal or more casual? Is it going to be rustic? Is it going to be modern? And it is okay to wear white in your engagement photos. But often people will go with a color scheme where the partners are going to be matched with different colors that are still within the same color story. So don't try to be so matchy-matchy that you're wearing the same color, but try to keep in mind that whatever you wear, think that your partner might wear something similar in color so that you don't clash in your pictures. If you're really at a loss of what to start with, what are your wedding colors? Also keep in mind what time of year it is. The most important thing that most photographers will tell you is be comfortable in your engagement photos. The worst thing is people coming to their engagement photo session all tightly laced up or wearing something that's really uncomfortable or too hot for a hot day or too breezy for a cold day. Because while photographers can do quite a bit with Photoshop, they can't Photoshop really scrunched up, uncomfortable face. And again, with the formal or casual style, this could also translate to what you want for your wedding. Do you want your wedding to be a really formal affair? If so, then maybe trend more formal with your engagement photos. If you want it to be a little bit more of a rustic affair, again, go with that theme. And then with the hair, are you outside? Is it going to be hot? Do you want to put it up? Do you want to let it down? Will it be windy? Is there going to be an outfit change? Usually simple is best, so whatever you're comfortable with doing your hair as, and whatever is going to work the best for your location, is really what you should go for. And lastly, I don't know what to do with my hands! Researching poses. What I found helpful was to look up little tricks that you can do to make yourself look better in photos, like sticking out your face a little bit to make your neck look thinner, and there's a little bit more of a shadow under your chin. Or holding your arms out slightly from your body, whatever you're doing, side poses, so that your arm isn't squished against your side. Also, slightly angling your body makes you look thinner, and the curves have more accentuation. So I would encourage you to Google, what can I do to make myself look better in photos? There are so many YouTube videos out there how to do this. I'm not going to show you that right now. And while you're researching all of these engagement photos for your mood and your style, also save photos that have good poses that you really like, because then you can share this Pinterest board with your photographer, or you can save them to an album on your phone and show them to the photographer before or during the engagement session. Now, you don't need to control the session and say, I need these 15 poses, but it is good to go in with at least 3 poses as kind of a guideline so that they know what kind of style you're looking for, and then you're guaranteed to find some kind of photo that you really enjoy because you were the one who picked out the pose. But if you have a good photographer, they'll be directing you on what to do with your hands, how to hold your body, what to do if you're walking towards them, walking away from them, holding hands, kissing, all of that stuff. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you a few of my engagement photos. My photographer is Courtney from CMS Photography. Again, I worked with her years ago and I really enjoyed that session. I enjoyed this session even more. She did a fantastic job, and I can see how she's grown as a photographer and as a businesswoman. And so I would say, if you live in the St. Louis area and you are interested in taking engagement photos or wedding photos, I would highly recommend CMS Photography. This is not an ad, this is not a partnership or a sponsorship. I just really enjoy her stuff, and I want to give her credit where credit is due. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos about wedding planning or travel. And the question of the day is, what are or were your wedding colors? Did you end up sticking with those for your engagement session, or did you go with something else at the time? I'd love to hear more about your engagement photo experience, if you've had one, or what kind of concerns you have about them going forward with yours in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.